Hey, Pam. I'll turn my heater off. Hey, Melissa. Can you guys hear me? Hey, Ashley. Julie, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So we've got Pam, Melissa, Julie, Ashley. I'm not sure who the other person is. It just says iPhone 6 Plus.
You may also qualify for special subsidies for all your prescription drug costs.
So hopefully some more people will join on with us. Just a minute after. I am gonna post again. Did everybody have a good day?
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll go in the other room. How well? Good day.
Hey, Amy.
Hello.
Who is the other person that's on? It just says iPhone 6 Plus, 6S Plus. Who is that? Tell me your name. Don't be shy. Okay.
It's not me.
I know. Okay, I'm gonna post. We are live. Q and A.
They may not know Andrea because they may just assume it has their name on it.
Right. Please join us. Link to join. I can type. So I really have no format here. So let's just, if you have questions, ask. And Julie's here. She is my director bestie. So Julie and I met back in, Julie, was it 2014?
Yeah.
I think it was like 2014. It was, we met in the very first K group that we ever had with 31. We met in the K group and just really hit it off. And she's been very important to me and my business. And I'm so thankful to have her and thankful she's here with us tonight. It's always good to have other people's perspective too, because you guys hear from me all the time. But, you know, having Julie here is great because you can kind of hear her thoughts as well. So if you guys just shoot off with your questions, do you want to talk about anything? Are you need to work in a certain area of your business? Just jump on.
Don't everybody talk at once.
I know.
I don't normally have time at night, so this is kind of cool.
Oh, yeah. That's why it was at 9 o'clock, and then Cindy's doing that webinar tonight at 9 for new consultants who joined March 1st or after. And so I was like, oh, no. I really, I wanted to kind of accommodate our West Coast people, but I didn't want anybody to miss that call with Cindy tonight because it's not very often that you get an invitation to have a webinar with Cindy Monroe. I mean, honestly, you don't. And so I didn't want anybody to miss that. So if you're a new consultant who's joined March 1st or after, you received an email. I received one today because I was a sponsor. Amy, did you get the email?
Uh-huh.
You did too. Okay, Melissa, did you get the email from Cindy Monroe today? Since
Yes, I did.
So if somebody's joined or you're a new consultant, you received that email today. So that's at 9 o'clock tonight. So we have 40 minutes free on Zoom. So hey Betty, thanks for joining.
Okay, ladies, I have a question for you. What's your biggest stumbling block?
Hey, everybody.
For somebody to join for the $1?
Say that again, Julie.
What is the biggest stumbling block for you all for asking someone to join you for the $1? What are you finding hard to ask? None of them. So your team should double.
I love the $1 the $1 enrollment. I've always loved that. I know there's some people that do not love it, but I love it just because it is such an easy conversation starter for me. I can talk to anybody about joining for the $1 easier than I can with our $99 or $179. It just opens a door for me. And a lot of times I talk to them and we have the $1 enrollment, but they are, they're like, well, I kind of want the kit. The kit's actually a better deal. Because you get the products, you get the business supplies and things like that. But that's why I love the $1 enrollment. So you get ladies chime in. I didn't mean to
No, but I think that's what they've got to find out is what's easy, what's hard. And I think the biggest thing with the $1 enrollment is it does cause it to make it an easy conversation starter.
Mm-hmm.
Because to ask somebody that if they want to start for $99, even though they're getting $350 worth of 31, I still think it's a struggle because you're asking somebody to make a $99 commitment.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree. I do agree with that. So, and even today, anybody that wanted to join for the $1, and then they can share the celebration sale with their friends and their family, and automatically probably get orders the very first day of being a consultant. And so, I offer that, and then I also offer to set up a party link for them so they could get hostess rewards. But it's just a great way to, kind of open the gate. So who has had conversations about the $1 enrollment? Has anybody? So we still have a few days left in June. So, you still have time to offer.
It's never too late to ask.
Never. And one thing that I have learned is to not prejudge anyone. And I didn't really start doing that or stop doing that until about maybe a year and a half ago, really. At my parties, I ask everyone if they would like to join my team, host a party, or, that I try to get an upsell from them somehow. But I stopped prejudging people. And I don't know, and I just hate to talk the whole time because I want you guys to talk. But I do want to share with you guys, I listen to videos when I'm doing things. So like yesterday, I was working on hostess packets for July. And so while I'm over here, like hostess packets together, I have webinars. I'm listening to something in the background, something 31 related. And y'all know I'm a YouTube junkie. I'm on YouTube and I watch YouTube videos. Well, Amy did a video yesterday or a couple of days ago about I forget what it was called. Something what was it called? Something like Her Story, basically. And Suzanne Hudson and I think other few leaders were doing like a Believe and Achieve training group for their teams. And so they asked Amy Neal to come on. If you don't know who Amy Neal is, she is our training director with 31, and she's amazing, you guys. But so she came on and she shared her story with everyone, and talked about what she did before she was with Pamper Chef, and she went to the very top with a short amount of time and everything. But she was saying that I'm a woman of faith, and I'm not sure everyone's religion here, but saying how the Lord and Savior, He doesn't just pick and choose who He wants to save. He doesn't, whose heart's door He knocks on. He doesn't pick and choose. He doesn't prejudge, basically. He wants to to come into everyone's heart, not just the people who you think. We prejudge anyone and think that they're not worthy, or they don't like 31, or she wouldn't be a good person. Why should we prejudge other people about the business? And that, I swear, just hit home with me. I was like, wow. Even though I do kind of still I try to ask everyone, I still kind of prejudge sometimes. So if you are on YouTube, look up Amy Neal and watch her video. I'm not sure what it was called, Amy Neal. I don't know what to look up, but look her up and watch that video and see. Oh, it's called Belief. I don't think, is there a chat? There's a chat here. I'm going to post this in here. And like, she was like, Amy Neal was like crying in this. And like I was like boo-hooing, listening to her story and her, okay, I just posted the link for you guys. So, you guys can watch that. Anyways, I'll quit talking. So, let's see. What is your biggest struggle in your business? So we talked about the biggest struggle maybe with the $1 enrollment, asking other people, but for your personal business, what is something that you're struggling with right now that maybe Julie and I can help you with?
Okay. Seriously, guys, we got to talk. When you don't talk. Thank you, Amy. I got a noise. That is good. Melissa's smiling. Pam is smiling. Now we're getting someplace. Okay. I'm from Michigan, y'all. So when you don't talk, I'm a bus driver. And when you don't talk, I feel in dead airspace.
There you go.
Dude, look at the smiles. This is great.
Betty and Jennifer and Ashley, we would love it if you turn your camera on so we can see you. Ashley, I've never even seen what you look like. And Betty, I don't think I've seen you either. So we'd love for you to maybe flash us with a little camera and so we can see you guys. Be brave.
I was having this is Ashley. I was having a problem with the Zoom, so I actually had to call in. So
on your phone. Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay, Melissa, you're smiling like from ear to ear. So what is one thing that you like about your business right now? Go.
I love the products.
Okay.
I love the sisterhood.
Okay.
But one of my biggest problems is getting people to host parties.
Okay. Are you asking for home parties? Catalog parties?
All the above.
Do you ever try personal shopping experiences?
Try what?
Personal shopping experience.
What's that?
Oh, it was perfect today. I have a lady who wants to look at 31, but she doesn't want to come by herself. So she brings her sister. I met her at an event. Now, here comes the fun part with a new way that we can direct ship before the party closes, and we can carry the party over to the next month. They actually ordered first in May, $200 and some between the two of them. Today they came over, got to touch the product, feel the product, find out they liked the product, what they liked, what they didn't like, what was too dark, what was just right, what purse fit good on his shoulder, what wallet they liked, and turned around and turned it into a $500 party.
Okay.
Okay, and the two of them got to share in the hostess benefits. And the fun part is they're going, oh, can we do this again in July and August? Or wait a minute, what if we don't like July special? Can we do it in August and September? All right, so now you're taking away that stigma of having to get your house clean, having to get food. I'll take care of it for you. I would love to serve you coffee. What do you want? Coffee, and whatever. They come to your home and now you're in your area, your expertise. You can show them anything that you got. Okay. So if they want to see a casual cargo purse, isn't this casual cargo purse so cute with the stepping stones and this cute little fox on it? It's like the bomb. And all she came over to order today was the all-in organizer. That was it. Like she wanted nothing else. Oh, well, if you want to pay full price for that all-in organizer, go right ahead. But it's going to be on sale for $10 in August. Wouldn't you rather order something else today? Okay. And that helps because now you've taken away that stigma of having to have a party.
Okay.
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 Pam, you're sitting there.
I try not to say the word party. So like shopping experience, even in my Facebook parties, I've stopped calling them a party. I'm calling them an event. What do they call that? Soiree. I can't say that word. but I've stopped calling them a party. And I noticed a huge difference between I did a spring launch party in my customer group where I just posted all the things that were in the new spring guide, and I called it a party, and I had like 4 customers join in. At the end of the spring catalog, I did a retirement thing, and I did not call it a party. I just said Andrea's spring retirement something. I don't remember exactly what I called it. I had like 40 people click going. So I'm like, wow, I need to stop calling it a party. So people like party, they think work. They think they're going to have to do work. They think that I've got to invite, I've got to do all this. But if you just do a play on words, change the wording up, personal shopping experience, like Julie said, it puts them in a whole different mindset. And you guys know when we have a mindset shift, good things happen. You know, when we start thinking, you know, when we go from negative thinking to positive thinking, changing that mindset. Pam knows what I'm talking about because she had a mindset shift in her business, and you can tell from her numbers from at the beginning of the year until when she had that mindset shift to what's happened in her business now. So, you know, it's all about wording, changing the wording up maybe, but just don't be afraid to ask anyone. Hey, Betty, do you have any insight? Because I know you are actually a consultant with another company. So what is something maybe that you could offer, you know, about getting people to parties or asking? Do you have any advice from your side? You'll have to unmute. She's like, turn the TV down.
There she goes. She's unmuted.
Yeah. Something we tell people is just get a few friends together and just let me come and show a few things, or let me come and cook you a meal kind of thing. Just get a few friends together, or can y'all hear me over the TV?
Yeah.
But just get a few friends together, that kind of thing. And I can do it in the parking lot. I can do it at the office on break, you know, or your lunch break or whatever, after work. Just any time, you know.
There you go. So that is that's another way to book parties that I found is very easy, is to have theme parties. So like last week or week before last, I did a break room boutique. So I went to my hostess's workplace, and I set up my products, and they came for lunch, and she had a $700 party. So you know, she didn't have to do anything. I came to her work. She didn't even have food. She didn't even offer food for them, but they came down and they placed their orders. I booked 3 parties from that. And so, yeah, I mean, I even used to do, and I haven't done this in a while, called cookies and catalogs. So nominate your place of business, and then I'll draw like winners out, and you can draw like as many winners as you want. You know, if you want to go to just one place, or if you want to go to multiple places. I did that a long time ago for my friend that I go to church with, and she had a $400 party. I just took catalogs and cookies, and I made her my hostess, and I brought a few things after work. I just stopped by on my way home from work, and she had a $400 party. So that's something to think about too. Do cookies and catalogs, or what's another one, Julie?
Margaritas.
Yeah, margarita something if you wanted to stop at the Mexican restaurant on your way home. But just making it fun. And if your parties are fun, then other people are going to want to book from your parties. And let me just tell you about something that happened to me this week, and I'll shut up. Okay. So this week I had one of my hostess. I have 7 hostess of the month clubs. So Lorraine, I thought, joined us. Hey, Lorraine. So she's our West Coaster. She's in California. So it's at 5 o'clock there. But anyways, I had a hostess, and it's her hostess month this month, and she already had like $500 just from her club member orders. And she was wanting to do like a picnic at the park, so that was supposed to be Monday night. Well, we got there Monday night. I did all the hostess coaching, everything, and like it came a downpour. Like, summertime in Georgia, we have humidity down here, and like you get thunder, I'm sure everywhere, but it's, those afternoon thunderstorms and evening thunderstorms. So that's what happened. You could see it all around us. It was just like black. So we had one person show up other than me and the hostess. So she ended up getting a ton of orders from her work people. And I almost didn't do this. I almost didn't do it. But you guys know, if you've watched any of my trainings, that what I do is, I was looking for one, but they're way back there. What I do at all of my parties, and I even do this at online parties, is I have my key fobs, our little $5 key fobs, and I hook my business card on there, and I just punch a hole in it, hook my business card on there, and on the back of my business card, I say, I love to party. So I tell my hostess at the parties, if you can get rid of 3 of these key fobs by the end of the night, then you're going to get this, and I'll show her what she's going to get. So basically, when they book a party from their friend's party, they're getting something that night. They're getting that key fob from me. And then my hostess, I'm dangling something in front of her, and she is, like a carrot chaser. She's going to want that, whatever it is I'm giving. I normally do like a small utility tote, or I still have some medium utility totes left. So I feel like that's worth it for me. I can give her something of that, price range, because booking 3 parties is very important for me. So anyways, on Monday night, it was just me, my hostess, and her best friend. And so I was just like, okay, should I, I didn't, nobody came tonight. I want this to be fruitful for me and my time. So I said, okay, I'm going to give you 3 of these key fobs. If you can get 3 people at your work to book parties with me, you're going to get the medium utility tote from me. Okay. And she's like, oh, okay. And she's like, well, what if I don't? And I was like, well, you can just mail them back to me if you don't. I think it was 7:45 Tuesday morning. She'd already booked a party. Then today, she texted me and she booked another party. So she's giving away that key fob. She's like, and I'm working on one more. So I was just like, wow. So it really is like a mindset shift. I could have been upset because I spent my time. I came, I set up all of my products. We had 2 people come. And then, I could have just been like, well, oh, well. But no, I was sent her to work. I said, okay, we need to get this, and this in orders. Here, I want you to book these parties. And boom. So there we go. So don't be discouraged. Everybody's like, have you ever had a party where nobody shows up? Yes, I've had several of those. Julie has too. It happens. But you have to keep going, and you have to not let it get you down, and figure out a way to make whatever it is that you're doing in that moment be fruitful for you. Whatever it is, whether it be book parties, get your hostess to get orders somehow, but you can't just give up, because that's when you fail, is when you give up. So I'll shut up.
I actually have a question to ask them. Do you, when you're going to have a party in June, did you open your party in May? Show me with your hands if you opened your party in May.
Like, how soon in May?
Last week, doesn't really matter, last 2 weeks. Did you open your parties that you had scheduled for June in May? Okay.
I normally do like the last day.
Okay.
But I don't.
I always open up all my parties. We have that opportunity to carry over parties. We have nothing to lose if we open it up early. Because if they order in May, bonus, score. If they don't, we still then have the opportunity to leave it open until July. Okay. I'm going to tell you that with 10 parties, I opened every single one of them in May, my June parties. And I brought in an extra $1,800 in sales between those 10 parties.
That's awesome.
Because some of those people didn't necessarily want June orders. They wanted May. And because I took the time to let them know that they could order in May, they ordered. I do the same thing with my Hostess of the Month clubs. Once all my Hostess of the Month clubs are done, 1 week before the new month starts, I open up the new party. They have an option. They can order right now. They are trying to decide, do I order from June special or do I order from July special?
You let your club members decide when they want to order? You're not
Yes, I do.
me.
Yeah, I do. because it gives them that opportunity. Because what if I really don't need a thermal, especially right now, guys? There are a lot of kiddie thermals, honestly, right? Because we're seeing the barn, we're seeing the food truck, we're seeing the mermaid, we're seeing the llama. And for those of us who have customers who are in the older generation, we don't necessarily really like to have a barn thermal. But we really like that casual cargo purse that I bypassed on earlier in the month for that hostess of the club order, right? And I didn't get it. And maybe if I order the Studio 31 purse tonight, I can get that casual cargo purse because I really don't want that thermal. And if I have to order $35, I'm just going to order $35 in July, and that's going to be it. But if I can do June special, I might just order more.
Yeah, I like that idea a lot. Really great idea. And then if you decide to do that, so say you're working on setting up your July parties, but we want to open it up in June, like Julie's talking about. When you set up that party, make sure that you choose the shipping default to be direct ship. For June. In July, you can go back in and change it to ship to hostess or ship to consultant or whatever you would normally do. But for that, if you open it up for that previous month where they have chosen like a June customer special, but we're closing the party in July, we want to make sure that that is a direct ship order, because direct ship orders mean that they process immediately and then they get shipped directly to that person. So we wouldn't want like a club member order to place an order in June and it's like shipped to the hostess or shipped to the consultant, but it's not going to ship or process until we close the party, but we're closing the party in July. So now we've carried our order over to July, but we're like, oh no, she's got a June, customer special that's gone. So if you do open it up early, like Julie's talking about, which I think is brilliant, you guys just make sure you choose the shipping default direct ship for June, and then on July 1st you can go back in and change it.
It's just a different way to look at things, guys. With this new being able to carry a party over 1 month, we have to, as consultants, start looking at different ways to utilize it and different ways for it to make a better way of using our business. If, for instance, I have a lady who comes to my house for personal shopping, let's say Melissa comes to my house, and Melissa's going to look at the catalog, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand her 2 order forms. And then one of them is going to say June, and one of them is going to say July. And then I'm also going to hand her June special and July special. Melissa, I want you to take a look at this order, and I want you to look at the things that you really want to get in June. And then I want you to look at the specials and think about what specials are best going to benefit you. When you get done, we're going to go over to July. And I want you to tell me what of those thermals is really tripping your trigger. What one of those thermals do you want to have? And let's figure out. Before you know it, Melissa now has an order for June. She has an order for July. And the best part is, Melissa, I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave it open in July for like maybe an extra week or 2. And here is your personal shopping link. And what I want you to do is send it out to 5 people. You don't have to do it to a ton, just 5. And see if maybe just by some odd quirk, if they don't want something. And then if you want, you can send it for 5 or 10 more. But that's up to you. Because what happens is she didn't even know she was having a party. Right? You didn't know you were having a party, did you, Melissa? And you just had one without even thinking about it. So here you are, you're having trouble with getting people to have parties, but I bet those personal shopping experiences, you can get the ladies to order, and it's about opening up and giving them what's the best for them. Okay? I can't afford to give $200 to you this month, but I bet I could maybe do $100 this month and $100 next month, and I have a party? Seriously? And I'm going to get $25 free and half off an item of my choice? Oh my goodness. And a hostess exclusive on top of it? Seriously? And all I did was just order from you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. And all of a sudden you've taken that away. Now I'm going to tell you guys, Andrea talks about me. I'm going to tell you, your leader is a rock star. The little pooper beat me this year. Okay. And I won't tell you where she's at in the top in the company. I'm just telling you, her and I are in the top 31. So if you follow what she's telling you and you listen to what she says, she's not kidding you. You can succeed at this. You can do this. Okay. I've been doing this for 7 years. I've been in leadership council now for, I can't remember, 3 or 4 years.
4.
I can't remember. But I'm telling you, Andrea is amazing.
Yeah.
She is my baby, and she knows it. And I tell her that all the time. And I am very fortunate and very blessed that God brought her into my life. Now, she's not my lineage. We're not in each other's downline whatsoever.
We don't benefit, as far as like financially from either one of us, but the Lord let us cross paths for sure.
He did.
And I do want to say that Julie and I, and anyone in their business, you don't start out where you're at now. And Julie and I were talking, I guess it was last Friday, about how, some people, like they get married or whatever, and they think that they should have everything that their parents have right then. But their parents didn't have everything that they had when they got married that they do at that moment right then. You have to work for it. It takes time. So to see, somebody, maybe very successful in their business, well, that didn't happen overnight. It, what do they say? Small steps equals, I don't know the saying, but I'm not very good with words, you guys. But small steps, have a big impact. So, it's just small steps that we've taken over I've been in it for 6 years, Julie 7. So the small steps that we've been taking, over the few years. And that is, if we figure out something not working, then we try something else and we, try to succeed that way. And it's all in mindset too. If you have a negative mindset, then you're not going to go anywhere. But if you have that positive mindset and the future in front of you, your vision in front of you, and that's why it's so important to have such a strong why. And, you may not think, oh, my why, but if you don't have something in front of you that you're reaching toward, then where are you going? You don't have anything to look forward to. You have to have cast a vision for yourself, cast a goal. And I wish I think it's still upstairs. I used to have a vision board. And my refrigerator, actually, I need to bring it downstairs just because I feel like I'm down here more than I am upstairs, but it's my vision board. And I look at it every day. Where are you going? What is your why? What is your purpose? If it's just for the discount, that's totally fine if you're here for the discount. If you are here and you want just a little bit more, let's get that, let's work that. Let's try to figure out what we can do to get you there. Okay. Whether it be just one party a month or 2 parties a month or, sharing the opportunity. If you want to grow your team, if you want to promote to a director. And honestly, Julie can tell you too, we've got just a few minutes left. But when you promote into leadership, it's like the doors kind of open for you in 31. It did for me. And having that title just means so much to me as a director because it just means that you worked and you earned senior consultant title. And when you have that, when at conference, when you have your ribbons, and my husband hung up all my ribbons up here last weekend, and I just look up there and I can just see all my accomplishments. It just like warms my heart, so you just know that, when these little small steps that you're doing, you're getting somewhere. You are. So anyways, I hope that if you guys have not registered for conference, that you will consider it. They opened up registration and we just have a few days left to register because Julie can tell you it is, and Melissa, that it's such a wonderful experience, honestly. I love conference. It's just a time with you guys to be and just spend the whole weekend with you. Like some of you guys, I've never even seen you in person. Like Amy, I've never seen her in person. and so I cannot wait to hug her. And so I'm just so excited about conference. So I hope that you guys will consider going in July. It's just like something days. So does anybody have anything they want to say, or I'll shut up? I think we have just a few minutes left on Zoom. It may just cut us off because I only have 40 minutes left, or 40 minutes free. Anybody?
I was just going to say, I'm super excited about conference. I've only been in this for 4 months now. Today was my first launch party of my first person.
I saw that. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, that was it was kind of cool. It's exciting, and her launch party, we talked for maybe 10 minutes on the launch party, but then after that, it was like 2 hours later that she left. I mean, and we talked about 31 the entire time, and she's super excited, and I'm super excited. And yeah, I can't wait to see where this adventure goes.
I think she'll be walking stage next year, don't you think?
Pardon?
She'll be walking stage next year, don't you think, Andrea?
Yes, I told her. That's what I told her the other day. I said, I have a feeling you're going to be my first director because you're just going all in. She's like 90, I don't know how much, like not far away from Wishes level 5, Julie. Level 5. So
she is close to level 3 right now, and she quit her job to do it full time already.
That's awesome.
That'd be awesome.
So yeah, I'm so proud of you, and for sharing 31 and showing the way, for someone under you. That is what we do. We get people to hopefully join with us, and then we just show them the way how to go. So proud of you guys. But I try, I don't want to like throw up 31 on people who are just here for the discount. So I let people know that I'm here for you. If you want to, Julie's laughing. If you, I want to help you with your launch party. I don't want to like throw you out there, but sometimes people are just, they want to do things at their pace. But I just love people to just get in and jump in like me.
I tried to get you to Kansas for my launch party. Come on.
I was told that my style of sponsoring is vomiting on people because I literally will tell you everything from A to Z.
Right. And that's just, and if that's your personality, we're all different. That is, I try not to, like, I sometimes I just get so excited that I'm just like have word vomit, I want to be out of love 31, but some people are like, whoa, and so I had one lady, she joined our team and she's like, don't get excited. I'm just here for the discount. I'm like, okay.
And you guys will see that Trisha Edmondson is one of the SEDs. And she will tell you flat out, she joined for strictly to support her own habit. Because back then they didn't have Marketplace. She never intended to do anything with 31.
Wow.
So heads up, because it can happen before you know it. So even though you think that's what you have planned, God may have another plan.
Right.
So thank you guys for letting me share with all of you tonight. I've enjoyed it. I get to watch on the page. I get to comment on the page. Andrea doesn't go away enough without me because usually now we're going together, so I don't get to take over the page. But it's really fun to watch you guys grow. And tonight what's been nice is I'm seeing Pam smile, Melissa, Amy, Jessica kind of, sort of, maybe.
I'm
Patty
still
is
at work.
smiling.
Jessica's at work. She's snuck on from work.
Did on there smiling. But that's what it's all about. Because when people start seeing you and what 31 is doing with you, they want to join.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lady who was my very first hostess at 7 years ago. She just joined last month. Don't give up. Okay? It's like a my favorite story is a sunflower. Do you guys know how long it takes a sunflower to grow from start to finish? It takes 75 to 100 days. And no matter how much you water it or weed it or stake it or separate it, it's not going to get any faster. It's still going to take 75 to 100 days. It's the same thing when you offer 31 to somebody. Amy, it might take you planting the seed, but Melissa will run across them a year from now and